Anguttara Nikaya 6 Meghasala Sutraya 249th page. So this is there was a lady called Meghasala. She comes to Lord Buddha, and she has lost two people who she knew very well. One was her father, who was an ascetic. He lived far away in a forest. He was very well behaved. He was disciplined, and so she wanted to know what happened after his death. So she came to Lord Buddha and asked, "Oh, what happened to him? He died. Where did he go?" Kind of thing. Where is he born? Is he born, or what happened? Then the Lord Buddha replies, he was Sakadagami. So he was on the second stage. And he is now in the Tusita heaven. Okay. And then she asks about another person. She asks about the stepfather. The stepfather was he was living in the same place where she lived, and he wasn't well disciplined as the other one. So she wanted to know what happened to this man. He also died. And then Tathagata Vahanse replies, he was Sakadagami too, and he ended up in the Tusita heaven too. And then this was questionable for this lady. This was like, no, that's not possible. How can you, that is impossible, because this guy, I know what he was doing. I was in the same house. I know what he was doing. And the other one, he was very respectful. He was very disciplined. So that I can understand, but this is impossible. Then she was blaming Tathagata Vahanse and walking out of the temple. And on the way, Ananda heard this. Ananda Therun heard this, and he came and said this to Tathagata Vahanse. He mentioned this. Oh, this lady was going blaming you, saying that is impossible, this cannot happen. And then Tathagata Vahanse said, how can Meghasala tell what I see? So in other words, we cannot decide by looking at a person or by looking at his actions whether that person is in what stage, right? So because we normally look at people, oh, he's well behaved, he looks very good, so he must be. If you go to a meditation program, for example, and you see someone running around, or maybe shouting, or maybe screaming or something like that, not at the time of the meditation, what I'm saying is normally, you might think, oh, this guy, he hasn't achieved anything. But now look at the other one. He's sitting in the corner, not talking to anyone. He looks very innocent and he looks well disciplined. He must be on this state. So that is wrong. We cannot assume someone else's state. That is what we need to learn from this, right? Because only a Tathagata and Vahanse can tell where the other person is. So we can't assume that. So we'll get to Jnana Vibhangya, that will explain about Sotapanna and Aryahatun Vahanse. So the most important thing here is we shouldn't assume anything and come into conclusions about people. We cannot do that because we can't see the inside, because it's to do with the prajna. It's to do with the wisdom. We cannot see the wisdom. We can see the actions, but the actions don't matter too much. It's the wisdom that matters. Next life depends on wisdom and not the discipline. So that is what we need to take from here, right?